Statistical functions in Python. In statistics, dealing with numbers and large amounts of data can be overwhelming, and the statistical operations involved in it are not making it less hard. Using Python, we can translate these statistical operations into code. In a previous module video, we've seen a sample algorithm that computes the mean of a set of numbers. Now, here's what the code looks like when we want to find the median. Of course, it follows that this complicated-looking formula of variance and standard deviation would have a longer code that looks like this. This code includes several functions that define the steps in getting the variance. But don't worry, Python offers an alternative with its built-in statistics library. Imagine turning this huge block of code into a single line like this. With the built-in statistics methods, getting the measures of central tendency and dispersion becomes less complicated. In this video, we will use the statistics library to simplify the code in calculating the common statistical operations. Now open up Jupyter Notebook in your MyENV environment and let's begin. For this module, let's create a new Python 3 notebook and name it Statistical Functions Tutorial. Don't forget to put the heading Descriptive Statistics. Since we will be using the Statistics module, let's import it first. Next, let's add our data set. For this one, let's use again the set of data about the daily social media usage of your 25 friends. We need to define the variables that will receive the results of the statistics methods you will call. All these statistical operations use the methods in the statistics library except for the range. In finding the range, we simply find the minimum value of our dataset and subtract it from the maximum value. Here's a list of some of the methods available from the statistics library. You can easily guess what the method does just by its name. Since we are dealing with a population dataset and not a sample, we will use the p-variance and the pstdev methods to get the variance and standard deviation. So what's the difference between a population and a sample? Let's explain it using our dataset here, friends_usage. Since this dataset is the complete count of the group that we want to describe and analyze, we consider this a population. If we get a portion of this population, say 5 values out of 25, the 5 elements then become a subset or a sample of the population. In most cases, statistical analyses are done based on sample data, not on population. One practical reason is speed. Observations are easier to collect and summarize with a sample than with a complete count, especially if you're dealing with large data sets like the entire population of NCR. Suppose you're curious to see the difference between the variance and standard deviation of a sample and a population. In that case, we can add and tweak the sample code that we used in our previous video. Don't forget to import the array module and reference it as ARR. Now, our updated code will look like this. There you have it, the measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion of the entire dataset, friends_usage, and the sample data, sample_data_list. In this video, we learned how to use the statistical functions in Python and the difference between a population and a sample. In the next video, we'll continue exploring statistics using another library, NumPy.